Okay, it's recording. It's the first time I've gone live on YouTube. So I just wanted to follow up on my video from yesterday. I think it was yesterday. Yeah, regarding the budget betrayal. I said a few things in that video that were, um, I guess, based on the assumption of my understanding of U.S. Legislative process. So I became aware that the fact is when the House and Senate pass a bill with a supermajority, a two-thirds majority, the president can't veto it. He doesn't have the power to veto, which is, I guess, again another one of those checks and balances that they have in the United States that we really should have here in Canada as well. But what that means is Trump doesn't really have a choice. He kind of had to sign it. He can't just say no, I won't sign it and you know rule like a dictator or like a king. Uh, he has the uh, he has the unfortunate position of unfortunately let's just letting Congress do what Congress does. And that's a good thing, I guess. You don't want a dictator in the White House. People ascribe a lot of power to the president, and it's power he simply doesn't have. I had a friend ask me recently, "What has he done? What is in 2 years has he done?" And part of me, the libertarian in me, was like, you know what? I don't really care that he hasn't done much of anything, because I don't really want government doing that much anyway. But if we had to go through the things that he has done by executive order and by virtue of the powers of his office, he's done the criminal reform, justice reform with regards to incarcerated nonviolent offenders. He's uh, he's commuted the sentences of nonviolent offenders. Appointing two conservative Supreme Court justices, that's something that's good that he's done. Something that a lot of Republicans, a lot of conservatives are quite happy about. And it's interesting to note that those Supreme Court justices did not rule in his favor on a number of things. So, it's not a matter of him being able to stack the Supreme Court with people who are friendly to his agenda. That's simply not within his power. And Supreme Court justices aren't beholden to a president, which again is another one of those checks and balances that really make the U.S. system that much better. But what else has he done? Oh yeah, he put a moratorium on the lobbying of executive branch officials, federal employees who work for the executive branch. He put a moratorium on lobbying for when they leave their position. They can't lobby the government for a number of years. I think it's 5 years, maybe 10 years, or maybe even a lifetime moratorium on lobbying. I mean, I'm sure there's going to be creative individuals who see their way around that and find a way to deal with it. But the point is, President Trump being forced to sign that bill isn't the end of the world. It kind of sucks, and the failure falls to the lawmakers and the Republicans for allowing such an awful bill to go forward. But he's declared a national emergency, and now everybody's screaming about the national emergency. I hear people on the left going, "Oh, I can't wait till a Democrat gets in and they declare a national emergency to rescind the Second Amendment." You don't understand the power of the presidency. You also don't understand what the Constitution means. Shall not be infringed is a pretty declarative, pretty, cut and dry statement that nobody can really, uh, nobody can you know parse words or mince it. What was this? Somebody made a comment about Ginsburg. I wish I could see it. Oh well. Anyway, first time I've gone live with YouTube. I just wanted to get that out there. I just want to do basically an addendum or an errata. President can't do what the president, what everybody just wants him to do, and just veto. He's not a dictator. He's not a king, and that's a good thing. And I hope that he gets the funding for his border wall in his other methods. Oh, my dog's knocking on the door. And I hope that at some point he's able to get that wall built, hopefully by 2020, so that he can win re-election. But anyway, I'm home now. Wife's out shopping. Dog's here. Say hi, Kenzie. Say hi, Mac. That's the cat. And I'm going to sign off. thanks all for watching, and I hope you all have a great week.